is Rick Polari, and welcome to another chapter in the Songwriter's Notebook. We're here, right here in Scottsdale, Arizona, with the Gretsch Guitar Company headquarters. Now let's just take a look at this guitar. Now this guitar is real typical Gretsch guitar.
Yes.
And let's just, some viewers might not have as much experience with the instrument. Why don't we point out a few things that make it kind of special, like the Bixby tailpiece. That's something that's really sort of associated also with Gretsch.
Absolutely. There's a certain style and sound that's created by the Bixby tremolo.
Oh, yeah, Joe.
And here's as I talked about the master volume that was on this guitar that was suggested by Chet Atkins. Another appointment that was suggested by Chet Atkins that we still use today was the bar bridge. And if you look at this and examine it, there's a massive piece of steel here that because of the roundness of it, instead of having a real sharp point where the point of intonation is on the bridge, because of the roundness, there's more string making contact with this bridge. So as you strike the string and as it oscillates, there's more vibration being transferred to the body. It's part of the recipe. When you put a real sharp point on it, it changes the sound of the guitar. And again, that was an appointment that was suggested by Chet Atkins.
And what about the pickups?
The pickups, this is our humbucking pickup that's famous by Gretsch guitars. They are called Filtertrons. And there's a great musician bet that happens quite a bit in a lot of bars around the country. And it was in 1954 at a trade show, Gibson introduced their first humbucking pickup, which is a dual coil pickup. Unbeknownst to them, in the Gretsch laboratories, they were creating a hum-canceling pickup themselves. And the name Filtertron is what we call our dual coil humbucking pickup. The name Filtertron is derived from the words, it filters out the hum of electronic, the static that you might find in fluorescent lights or in the AC outlet that gets in single coil pickups. They're a little buzzy, they're a little noisier, and so there's this argument that comes out, well, who created the first dual pickup humbucking pickup? Was it Gibson or Gretsch? And I always come from it doesn't matter because the Gretsch one looks cooler.
Now, another thing that the Gretsch guitar has that a lot of guitars don't have is a zero fret.
Yeah, that was another suggestion that was made by Chet Atkins.
And what does that do, Joe?
Well, it's a couple things. It makes it for more consistent with the radius of the fretboard. For manufacturing, it also makes it real easy because when they insert the frets, of course the zero fret is inserted at the same time, but when they dress the frets or file them, they don't file the zero fret so that it's the highest point on the fretboard, and then all the other frets on the fretboard are lower, and you're able to get the string action down real low. If you think about it, manufacturing, when bone nuts are installed, there's no machinery that can cut it down to the right height. That it takes a human being to file it down very carefully to get the action as low as possible. With the zero fret, it brings the strings down as close as possible, and it makes the guitar easier to build as well.